What is going on, everyone? Today is Sunday, November 16th. We are back, week 11 in the NFL. We have our top five games that we are going to get into. We have a Spain game this morning starting out in 30 minutes. We can touch on that one as well. I did last week with that Germany game. Not the best game this morning with the Commanders and Dolphins, but me and Mackie here to go through our top five games on the slate. We'll touch on a couple others, our team parlay, our mortal locks. Mackie, how are we feeling coming into week 11, Sunday morning?
Yeah, we got a good schedule this week. One of the best ones in the last few weeks, so excited for it. Coming through the phone this week, so audio or video might cut in and out, but um, yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, we'll briefly touch on this Spain game real quick in case anyone's looking for any quick bets. Getting underway in just about 27 minutes. I don't know if we have a play on this. I haven't looked too much into it. Washington Commanders versus the Miami Dolphins in Madrid. Dolphins are the favorite, -2.5, over under at 47. Dolphins money line is -150. Commanders plus 125. The one leg I did, I threw it in my touchdown parlay. He's been automatic. He's been so good the past few weeks. Devon Achane. He's -190 on MGM. I saw around best price was -170. So shop that around. He's been automatic, an absolute beast the past few weeks. Jesse has been fantasy. I saw him. He's projected like 28 fantasy points in this game. He's not going to hit that number if he doesn't get in the end zone. Give me a Devon Achane anytime touchdown to start out the day. Mackie, let me know if you have any plays on this Spain game or any leans or anything.
Yeah, I like that play. I also like the Dolphins. I think Jalen Waddle's been pretty effective as well, so you could see him get in the end zone. But anytime you see the Dolphins as favorites, it's probably a good sign to take them because you don't see it often.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely a weird spot. I saw the Dolphins schedule. They could win this game and kind of slowly sneak their way back into a wild card spot, which would be not sneak their way in. I'm saying they could, tell themselves they're in that picture, and that would be the worst case scenario for this Dolphins team. I think they need to blow things up, get rid of McDaniel. I still think they will after this year, after firing the GM, but an okay game to start this morning. I'm just hoping we get a Devon Achane early, anytime touchdown, so I can begin my tailgating for this game. With the Cincinnati Bengals heading to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. Steelers are the favorite here, 5.5 points, over under at 49. Steelers on the money line is -250, Bengals plus 200. Mackie, I'm going to let you start us out here. In the last time these two teams played in the Unk Bowl Part 1, you were all over the Bengals. You called that spot. A similar spread here at 5.5. Is there any chance Cincinnati comes into Pittsburgh today and spoils the party?
No, I think the primetime game at home, big underdogs with Joe Flacco. Um, it definitely played a big part in it. I think divisional game here. I think you got to go with the home team. 1 o'clock game. It's tough to go into Pittsburgh in this situation. These teams are going to split. I think the Steelers roll. I think they cover the 5.5. Get Aaron Rodgers back on board. The Steelers obviously haven't looked like the Steelers, but you got to get back in that win column.
Yeah, I agree. I think they will cover that 5.5. I normally don't like that number with any team, but I just think the Bengals defense is so bad. I think this is a week that you could see the Steelers offense get back going. You'll see a DK Metcalf anytime touchdown on my card today. I love him to get in. I do think the Bengals will put up theirs. I do think this game does go under the 49, though, even though I'm not going to play that. I like a Metcalf touchdown. I think Jamar Chase will, put up a crazy stat line like he always does against the Steelers. But I think the Steelers defense is going to be the end-all, be-all answer for this game. Give me the Steelers -5.5. I'd say
We saw
24-17.
we saw last game Jamar Chase. There was no answer for him. Do you think Tomlin and his defense made a big adjustment coming into this one?
He never has an answer for Jamar Chase. So he's never gonna get, or he's always gonna get his. He always seems to have 100 yards and 7 or 8 catches against us in a touchdown. So I expect to see number one grittying in the end zone today, but I just don't see much else besides him going for this Bengals team. But our next 1 o'clock game, another great game. Both these teams coming off a loss. The Bucks going to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Bills are now a 6-point favorite here. The over-under is at 47. Bills money line -275. Bucks plus 225 on the money line. Bucks coming off a loss at home against New England. Bills obviously were in Miami last week with a tough divisional loss as a 9.5-point favorite. Bills are obviously a 6-point favorite here. I think Buffalo gets back on track. They're not going to lose this game at home. They've been 2-3 in their last 5. They've been kind of skittish over some of these games. A tough loss against Miami. They've had some other tough losses mixed in there to the Falcons. But I think this Bills team is end all be all one of the best teams in the NFL. I'm going to take them minus the 6 points here. That's where I'd lean on this game. I think the Magic might start to run out for the Bucks. I'm not big on them in this spot on the road, coming off a loss. I like Buffalo to have a good time today and cover that 6 points up there.
Yeah, two teams that started really hot. Bucks losers of 2 of their last 3. Obviously, you said Bills 3 of their last 5. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think this Bills team is the title contender, not the Bucks. And I think going into Orchard Park in this spot is going to be really tough for Baker Mayfield. I expect James Cook to get back in the end zone for the Bills. I think 6 points is a lot here. It could come down to like right around that point, but I think the Bills get the job done here. Could be a teaser opportunity. You know that 6 points, you can basically got to pick them. So look into that one for another leg to tease that with.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll check out some of our chats coming in here. Rodgers or Flacco today. If those are your fantasy options, that's a tough league you're in with the waiver wire being those two. But I'd go with Rodgers
Hang
against
them
a
up.
bad Bengals defense. Someone saying Jamar Chase yards, flex Watson or Sean Tucker. I'd probably go Watson against that Giants defense. Let's see, Bills Bucks game, very windy. That could be interesting there. I didn't think about the weather starting to come into play as we move into the second half of November. Judkins, or I assume that's Aaron Jones. I'd probably go, Mackie, any thought there? Judkins against the Ravens or Aaron Jones against the Bears? I'd probably go
Is there
Aaron
Aaron
Jones.
Jones?
Yeah, and then Cade Otton or Ertz. Let's go Cade Otton. And do I do Saquon for Javonte? I assume it's a trade. I'm not sure. I don't know. Give me a specification
Probably.
on that one if that's a trade. I don't know. I think our trade deadline passed. I didn't even know you could still make trades in fantasy. But yeah, we'll get into one of our 4:00 games here with the NFC West. 2 NFC West teams going head to head with the Seattle Seahawks at 7-2, going to SoFi to take on the 7-2 Rams. Rams are a 3-point favorite, over under at 48.5. Rams money line is minus 175. Seahawks plus 145. This is arguably the game of the day. Which way do you lean here? I have a very confident side on this one.
Definitely the game of the week. I find it very hard to bet against the Seahawks team right now. I think they're playing one of the best, if not the best, football in the league. Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith are obviously 1-2 connection right now. You're going to see him with 100 yards. It's inevitable at this point.
Yeah.
It's a matter of if you could stop the other side. And Matt Stafford, MVP candidate. Puka's been playing out of his mind since he came back. Kyron Williams is finding the end zone left and right. I think you see a lot of points in this game. I'm going to go with the home team in this matchup. I think both these teams, this is the first time they're playing each other, correct?
I'm not sure. I believe they have already played. Let me look that up. They maybe
It's a big
not.
one. It's a big one right there.
Yeah, let's check.
They have not played this year
No, they
yet.
have not played. They play in December in
Yeah.
Seattle.
I
like the Rams too.
Yeah, it could be a game-winning field goal or something. I think it's going to be one coming down to the wire, but I do think there's a lot of points, and expect the big names to get in the end zone.
Yeah, I like the Rams here. I'm going to take the -3. This will probably be on my card here. Minus 120. I like this play. Usually, divisional home or divisional dogs. This one's a home side. The way Matthew Stafford's playing, Puka Nacua, that Rams offense, the defense has kind of been the unsung hero for this Rams defense or for this Rams team, and I think they step up big today against a high-flying Seahawks offense. Give me the Rams minus the 3 points. We have Mackie. He was specifying Saquon or for Javonte. Yes, that is a trade. What would you do there? Your boy Javonte Williams.
Probably stick with Saquon here. I mean,
Saquon.
Cowboys are kind of trending down, and got to go all reliable there.
Yeah. Someone agreeing with you on JSN yards. I think that's definitely a good play any week you want to take it. But our last game in the 4:00 slate that we're going to get into, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos, an AFC West matchup. The Chiefs are a 4.5-point favorite, over under at 45. Chiefs money line minus 220, Broncos plus 180. Which way are you going here? I like Kansas City. I think Kansas City jumps out. This line was 3.5, I believe, now sitting at 4.5. The way that Bo Nix has been playing, I think if the Broncos wait around till the fourth quarter to stick around in this game, I think it's going to be too little, too late. Give me the Chiefs off the bye to go into Denver and get a huge divisional win to keep their season alive.
Yeah, the Broncos are a product of a very shitty schedule. I think, last week showed a lot for them, and Chiefs are in do or die situation at this point. They got to get these wins, so going to be tough divisional away game, but give me Pat Mahomes to get the job done at least. Rashee Rice find the end zone.
Yeah.
No Pacheco this week, so you could see Kareem Hunt in the end zone as well, but they've been using Rashee Rice in the run game as well, so could take away from him.
Yeah. And then obviously Sunday Night Football, we have a great game tonight with the Detroit Lions heading to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Eagles are a 2.5-point favorite, over under at 47. Eagles money line minus 140, Lions plus 118. This is a tough one. I originally liked Detroit. I'm kind of starting to lean on the Eagles here. I think this is where the Eagles pick up some key wins. They're sitting at 7-2. I feel like there's going to be a lot of money on the lines in this spot. I'm probably not going to bet a side here, but I do lean on Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm done betting against Philadelphia. I sprinkled the Packers last week. That Philly defense showed up big. I know Jalen Hurts didn't look great. That offense didn't look great. AJ Brown telling a lot of people to drop him if they have him on fantasy, but they still have Devontae Smith over there. They still have Saquon Barkley. They can get points when they need to.
Yeah.
And if that Eagles defense is going to look as good as it did last week, I don't care who they're playing. They're not going to lose games, especially at home.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And then Monday Night Football involving your Dallas Cowboys. We heading to Vegas. I told Ace they need to stop giving us the Raiders in prime time, but here we are again on Monday Night Football with the Cowboys and Raiders. Cowboys are a 3.5-point favorite, over under at 50. Cowboys money line minus 185, Raiders plus 154. I'll tell you what I told Ace on Wednesday, and then I'll let you take over. But I said this is a very similar spot to that Cardinals game on what was it, Sunday or Monday Night Football when they lost. We didn't take the minus. I didn't take the minus 3.5. I took a couple props in that game. A Javonte touchdown, Ferguson touchdown, nothing hit. I think this is the Cowboys minus 3.5 all day. I will not be taking the Raiders plus 3.5 here. It's a scary spot. If the line starts to move, I don't know what I'll do, but right now I'm leaning and loving on the Cowboys minus 3.5. I also like the over 50. I think the Raiders will be able to put up some points.
Yeah, sketchy spot. You already see a lot of money coming in on the Cowboys. But you got to get back in the win column here. I think they get the job done. The 3.5 might come into play. First game of Quinn Williams. We'll see if that defense looks a little better.
Yep.
Because that's been this story of the season so far. So, get CD involved, get Pickens involved. Like you've been. I think the offense should roll against a really shitty defense and a shitty team, to be honest. But the 3.5 does kind of scare me. I do think they get the job done though.
Yeah. Great slate of games this week. Obviously, 5 good ones today. We have the Spain game kicking off in just under 15 minutes with the Commanders and Dolphins. We both agreed on Devon Achane. Mackie likes the Dolphins there. The other games we went through: Steelers minus 5.5. We were both on Buffalo. What was the afternoon games? The Rams minus 3. Mackie liked the Rams there as well. Both of us on Kansas City to get a win today. And then Sunday Night Football, Detroit versus Philly. I leaned on the Eagles. Mackie, I believe you agreed there. And then Monday Night Football, Cowboys and Raiders. So a great slate of games coming up this weekend. Mackie, I don't know if you have a mortal lock picked out. I'll go through the parlay if you want to get that determined. I have mine, so I can start us off there as well. But if you want to get that determined, let me know. Our team parlay for this week, a 4-legger, 3 money lines, 1 anytime touchdown. We are going with the Green Bay Packers on the money line, the Pittsburgh Steelers on the money line, the Buffalo Bills on the money line, and a Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown to close us out in the 4 o'clock slate. A 4-legger right there at plus 278. Great 4-legger. We've been good on the parlays, cooled off the past few weeks, looking to see one go through the hoop here this week. 3 teams that I love to win, and McCaffrey's been an absolute animal the past few weeks. Look for him to get in the end zone against a bad Arizona team. But yeah, our 4-legger parlay, I'll say it for you one more time. Green Bay on the money line, Pittsburgh on the money line, Buffalo on the money line, and a Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown, plus 278. And then our mortal locks for this week, I will be going with what I already gave this pick out, the Los Angeles Rams, minus 3. I love them in that spot. I know that's the game of the week. It's going to have a lot of money going both ways. I think Matt Stafford, the way he's playing right now, I cannot bet against him. This Puka Nakua, Kyron Williams, Matt Stafford offense is so fun to watch, led by Sean McVay. I'm going to take them to get a huge divisional win here today and cover that 3 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna go mortal lock. I know it's high. If it's under triple digits, it's not high enough. JSN over 93.5 receiving yards.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick. Yeah, make sure wherever you're watching, leave us a like, follow, share, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week for Week 12 in the NFL. Obviously, you can catch all of our plays. Hit the books.pod on Instagram. Hit the books_pod on Twitter. We'll get our parlay, my card, Mackey's card, Jesse's card, Ace's card, all of them going out before these 1 o'clock games. Not sure if any of us have a play in these. They're early games. So stay tuned for our 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock Sunday Night Football plays on our Instagram and Twitter. But thanks for listening, and we will see you guys next week for Week 12 in the NFL.